What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Parrot Press. Today's video is all about rewards, review of last week, transfers and the upcoming game week. Let's get into the video. Okay, so first off, let's look at the side that won me a tier 1 reward in the America Rare competition. So we've got the Philadelphia stack there defensively with Jack Elliott with a goal, Wagner with a great score of 99 there. He also had an assist in that game, some good AAs. Blake, we was looking really good with this lineup right up until I think it was about the 78th minute or something, and Philadelphia conceded. And they shouldn't have conceded because they was playing a second string Orlando side. And I went from something like 5th all the way down to 12th, then down to 18th. And the another annoying thing is that Opta just decided to punch Jack Elliott straight in the face because he was on a 90+ game and then he just dropped down. I don't know what it was. I don't know whether it was like a double-double that was taken away or something like that. But yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Philadelphia are very good defensively, so I kind of expect a clean sheet week in and week out, which is something that, you know, it's not gonna happen. The other two players there, Acosta popped up with a goal and played well for Cincinnati. I think they won 2-0 from memory. I'm not 100% sure on that though, but he done well. He picked up a yellow card though, so he's suspended for the midweek game that's just passed. So he's fresh for this week, but I'll come on to that later. And then we've got Diego Rubio there, who scored. Didn't really do much more in that game, but obviously got the 73. So it did all come to 411 points with my XP and stuff, and won a tier 1 reward, which is always good, always good. The other team that I've got is the All-Star Rare, which we'll look at. The Seattle boys actually turned up this week, but I decided to play Quieto over Morris, which was a little bit of a mistake. The key one in there is Zimmerman because he got sent off with about 30 seconds to go in the game. I mean, he didn't have a clean sheet and his AA was pretty poor anyway, but he got sent off, which was very annoying, which means he's suspended for the next game as well. I don't know what's gone on with him this year because he's won the MLS Defender of the Year the last couple of years, and this year, I don't know, he's just been a really hit and miss. I mean, he had 100 2 weeks ago. Then he comes up with a 17 here. Not many peaks. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with him. I'm going to wait until obviously the prices start to go back up with the America leagues, probably February time, and see what I want to do with him. But yeah, super annoying there because I wasn't on for a bad score there. It was only 2 players that let me down. I know that's nearly 50%, but yeah, just a bit annoying. Zelarayan always producing well. Apart from last night, he was actually appalling. But normally he's pretty good, and obviously captain there, and he picked up the goal. So most important thing is that I got high threshold, so I've got some ETH coming into the account. But the team that I was really looking forward to was Specialist Limited, and this is what my last video was all about how underrated this was. And we started all right. You know, I went into detail on these players on the last video, and Hubert actually got the clean sheet that I predicted, so that was fantastic stuff. And Konyaspor, they won 1-0, but these 2 players that I selected didn't do great. I think both of them had a big chance created, but obviously the person finishing it off couldn't finish it. And it is what it is. You know, they was okay. I was hoping for something like an 80 from Sice and from Weghorst going into the Monday night game to try and pick up a tier 2. However, as we can see there, it wasn't great. The only positive out of this actually is that Sice got the 24, which means I can use him for this weekend coming, and I'll show you that lineup as well. But I did say in the last video as well that Besiktas was the key one for me, whether they was going to perform or not, and clearly they didn't. It's annoying. Weghorst, I'll probably keep him around for a while because I do think that he's going to be pushing top goal scorer in Turkish league this year. A very good and solid player, and scored or got a decisive in every game so far this season, apart from the one which I put him in. But it is what it is. But let's take a look at the tier 1 that I got. So this guy, Federico Navarro, and looking at his scores down there, you can see he had a nice little patch there with the 86, 86, 85, 88. So he's a decent player. He plays centre mid for them. I think he's a key man in the midfield for Chicago, but I've not watched 1 minute of Chicago actually this year, so I don't really know whether they're decent or not. I know they've got Shaqiri in there, and obviously the goalkeeper who's signed for Chelsea, so he'll be leaving the end of or the beginning of the Europe season next year, I think it is. But I've already sold him, as you can see from that graph, the green spot on the right hand side. So he was going for double the price that I sold him at about a month ago, but obviously we're coming into the dip with America, and I had a choice to make. I either hold him until February, or the 0.13 ETH that I got for him, I can use to obviously go into specialist, pick up some more players, maybe even look at a threshold team if I really want to go down that path for the next 4 or 5 months. And just decided he's not going to get in my team, should I say, because I'm already running All-Star and America. There's nowhere else to play him because I'm not going to pick up some super rares. He's not going to get ahead of Zelarayan, Renuso, and Acosta for me. So yeah, I just sold him, just got him out. But I do think that he's a good player, and he has obviously got a couple of spikes in him. However, talking about transfers, I used that ETH, and this is what we went ahead and got. So this is for limited specialist, or specialist limited, whatever way around it is. Picked up a new goalkeeper, because the old goalkeeper, Hubert, got the clean sheet, which means he was over L15 of 40. So I picked up Asenjo. He has got a really good fixture. I think he's playing aside Cadiz, I think it is, who haven't even scored this season. He's at home. He's previously a goalkeeper at either Villarreal or Valencia. I think it might be Villarreal. But he's got plenty of experience. He's got a good age. He's their number one at the moment. So I picked him up, and hopefully another clean sheet. They play on Friday night, so I'll be checking that out. And the other two players that I've got on there are Medina and Quincy Promise. So obviously 2 new signings, and they are 2 players that can bang. As I said, we've got Sice in there for the L40, the L15 under 40. So I just wanted 2 players with great lineups and potential to get those 100s or 90s. And Quincy Promise has got, I think it's 300s in his last 6 games. He's one of the top goal scorers in the Russian league. He's full of charisma, full of flamboyance. He's a very, very good player and capable of scoring at any given time. And the person who actually sold me that player watched my video, or I messaged him while he was watching the video. So that was quite funny. But yeah, he gave me a good price, so I appreciate that. And Medina playing for CSKA Moscow. They've got a good lineup as well. I think they're playing 18th in the league, I believe, and they're second. He's new from the MLS, as you can see there. He's rocking the New York City jersey or shirt. So yeah, I'm hoping for some good returns off of these new guys. So this is what the side actually looks like. The 2 Besiktas boys, again, they've got a good lineup this week. They're playing against 17th in the league, I believe it is. Asenjo, we've already spoken about, and the 2 bangers at the end, they're in Promise and Medina. So let's hope for a reward. I was doing a little bit of background. I think you need about 70 points per person to get a tier 2. So if I can get that clean sheet and then get a couple of decisives elsewhere, then we should be on a good road to another rare reward. Talking about rares, let's look at my other lineups. I've got the All-Star team here, got the Seattle boys all together here. They play in Vancouver, I believe, so it's a pretty good lineup, hence why I've captained at the moment Yamar, because I think that they should keep a clean sheet even though they're away from home. And then we've got Acosta in there and Rubio playing LA Galaxy. Acosta playing, I think it's Real Salt Lake. But two big games there for either side as they're pushing for playoffs. But, you know, the minimum I want here is the high threshold. Let's keep that ETH coming into the account. But again, it's a side that's full of strength and capable of getting a reward if they all turn up. And then lastly, I've got my America side here, got the Philadelphia stack in there again from a defensive point of view. As I said, they're normally very defensive solid. They're playing Atlanta. Atlanta obviously do like to score goals, but Philadelphia, it's just I just like putting those three players together, to be honest with you. I mean, Wagner assisted Jack Elliott last week. Let's hope he can do the same thing again. And Blake is the #1 MLS goalkeeper, as I've said in the past as well. Zelarayan's in there. They've got an important matchup against Portland. He's at home, so I expect him to play even though he's played midweek. I think normally he gets reduced minutes after he's played midweek, but I don't see that happening just because they do really need a result to try and get into that playoff spots. And then we've got Quieto in there playing against New England. And the last time he played against New England, I think he scored like a 90. So yeah, 3 good lineups this week, I think. Quite positive about it. Let's just hope for a reward, get some ETH back into the get some fresh old ETH into the account, and let's see what the limited guys do this year. This week, should I say. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Good luck to everybody. If you want to see some more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the future.